Dick Durbin, a top Senate Democrat, pushes the claim about free speech that is so ridiculous, so outrageous, that it begs the question if anyone in the Democratic Party has ever read the U.S. Constitution. And if they have, has anyone with authority on the subject ever explained it to them? It's just amazing how the mind of an idiot functions. Let's get into this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin has always been a little slow in the uptake, which makes it impossible to tell if he either doesn't understand the Constitution or if he's just spreading disinformation, because the Democrats have lost all sense of honor. So when they ever mention the Constitution, you have to carry around a little pocket Constitution with you to make sure that what they're saying is accurate, because they just don't know. Durbin made the absurd comment that the constitutional clause on free speech does not include misinformation. It's like when people say that the Fifth Amendment was only meant for the innocent because the innocent have no reason to plead the Fifth. Think about it. Only the guilty do. As a matter of fact, Trump used to say that. He used to say, if you plead the Fifth, it's because you're guilty. Right? He did. But after the Biden DOJ raided his home in Mar-a-Lago, he now admits that until now he thought that only the guilty pled the Fifth, but now he understands why the Fifth is there. Fifth Amendment was actually created to protect the innocent because of crafty government that can manipulate the word and make you look like you said something guilty. They get you to incriminate yourself. And they don't have the right to do that. So it's the same thing with the First Amendment and the freedom of speech clause. It wasn't put in there for Big Brother. It was adopted because people with different beliefs should be able to speak freely, not just if they have blue check marks. There weren't even blue check marks back when this was written. So how much so-called misinformation and disinformation has been proven to be fact? I'm talking about the opposition to the Russian collusion hoax. They said we were spreading misinformation. Well, guess what? How about the Hunter Biden laptop? Twitter actually booted the New York Post off, suspended their account, saying that they spread disinformation. All those idiots, those 50 morons from the intelligence community who said that it was Russian disinformation. It was like hell. How about the fact that Barack Obama and Joe Biden were spying on the Trump campaign? That was said to be misinformation. It wasn't. It was real. Anything Democrats don't want you to hear about, they label it as misinformation, even though they know it's true. This is what they do. And what about all the information that they spread? How about Democrats insisted that our southern border is secure, or that Joe Biden is a great speaker? How many times has he said that his son Beau has died in Iraq when he clearly didn't? Or that he attended a traditional black college? Joe Biden. He didn't. How about when he said he was near the top of his class in college when he was really at dead last, almost? How about when they say the economy is great and that inflation is under control? At first they said, wow, there is no inflation. Then when it couldn't be hidden anymore because people go to the supermarket each week and they feel the pinch, they said, oh, it's only transitory. That was all misinformation. It wasn't transitory. It's still here. It's worse. All right. Will liberal misinformation be banned or only conservative speech be censored? We know the answer to both. So Durbin, this halfwit, he goes and he's a known liar, by the way, Durbin. Durbin's the guy that came out of that Trump White House meeting where there was a bunch of other people, and he was the only one who said he heard Trump call third world countries shitholes. Remember that whole thing, the shithole thing? And everybody else that was there, including other Democrats, said, nah, I didn't hear that. I never heard that. It's because Durbin just lies at the drop of a hat. He's done this before. He did the same thing after a Obama White House meeting. He told lies. But he chimed in on the Twitter pile-on Elon Musk because he's a coward. Go with the flow, right? Just like all leftists, they're piling on because Musk took away their weapon of censorship. Durbin tweeted the following: "In the days since Musk took Twitter private, the platform has seen an uptick in hate speech." Really? How would he know? "And Musk himself used the platform and his influence to spread a baseless conspiracy theory about a violent attack on an elected official's family member." Okay. Now, that was ridiculous on the face of it, but he's a known liar. So you have to take everything he says with a grain of salt. But he also followed that up with the one in question, which is, he said, "Free speech does not include spreading misinformation to downplay political violence." Yeah, it does. Now, you may not know this, but Durbin is a graduate of Georgetown Law School. And that means that if he passed his classes, that he has to have some inkling about what it says in the free speech clause of the First Amendment, especially since he chairs the Senate Judiciary Committee, for goodness sake. I'll put a link to the tweet down in the description below, but for now, I want to point out that Durbin is not alone in the ignorance of our constitutional system by those who have been elected to political office and are supposed to protect our constitutional system. How can they protect our constitutional system when they don't even understand it, as Durbin just displayed here? The senators should know that the First Amendment was not created to protect speech that you like, speech that you enjoy or that you agree with. Nay, nay. The First Amendment's free speech clause was created particularly for speech that you disagree with, that you probably hate. And when you think about it, the First Amendment was created for the purpose of protecting speech that you agree with only in a totalitarian world. So if you think about it, if the First Amendment was created for the purpose of protecting speech that only you agreed with, then that would be government-sanctioned censorship, wouldn't it? And that is the exact opposite of what our founding fathers wanted to create. So from now on, whenever Dick Durbin makes a constitutional statement, ask him for proof. So that's it. Thanks. Thanks for being here. We will see you in the next one.